Hello, welcome to BS with Ben. Build stuff with Ben. What do you think I was going to say? So what we're going to cover today is how to take this here and transfer it to your foam like this. Okay, don't forget to hit subscribe, leave any comments that you have below, and make sure that you share this with any of your friends. I was watching a YouTube channel called the Crossman. Now, this guy makes it look like Bob Ross has anxiety issues. He's probably the most mellow person on the planet. Because he's a craftsman, okay? You gotta sit back and relax a little bit. He showed recently how to do a transfer using a laser printer and some Podge. So I figured I'd give it a try on the EVA foam. The Craftman's method is to take the back of a decal. This is the shiny, you know, the piece that you peel off the back, and you got that nice shiny little edge there. One thing that you're gonna notice here is the back of the decals has a little seam in it, and that seam will break when you're trying to pull it away. So just add a little bit of tape to the edge and then peel the panel away. What I ended up doing a little later was that I would tape that edge, I'd peel off the decal, which I wasn't going to use anyway, and I would just reverse it and place it on the back of the backing papers. So it would hold everything together nicely and also go through the printer super easy. So what you do is you use your laser printer and you print onto that. Then what you do is you coat Mod Podge onto some foam, lay the decal or the laser print on. Now remember, you got to mirror image the decal, or because it's basically going to be a mirror image when you put it down. When you put it down on top of the Mod Podge, you sort of smudge it down, make sure it's nice and flat, and then you let it dry. After you've let the Mod Podge dry for a little bit, you can peel away the backing of that decal, and it leaves behind the print. Now check that out. So this is my first attempt at it, and yeah, there are some errors, there's some edges here that aren't correct, but you know what? All things considered, how easy this is, it is amazing. Laser printers leave a heat transferred powder, then it is baked onto the paper. So in this case, what's happening is it's baked on in its shape on the back of the decal pull off, but then you can transfer it because it's not going to stick to that waxy surface. So I thought, wait a minute, I wonder if it would work as an iron-on. Turns out it does. Now here are the results. Now granted, this again is my first try at this. These are literally the first 3 tries. I know you're sitting there going 1, 2, where's the third? This one I had to do twice, and I'll show you why. Now this isn't the best transfer, but I'm sure if you spend a little bit of time and practice with this, you can do it really well. This is just on raw foam, worked really well, but I started thinking, hey, wait a minute, we're gonna have to be able to do this onto a painted surface. So I treated up this little section on here, and I did the transfer. The first try, being impatient, I thought that maybe 4 hours or so, the paint felt a little tacky, but I thought, okay, yeah, you know what, it's dry enough, let's try it. And I tried to iron it down. Well, you can see what happened here. This is not really cool. It peeled off. You really need to let the paint dry. So on the second try I painted it again and I let it dry overnight. And this morning what I did is I tried the transfer again. Is it the best? No. But if you're looking for that sort of battle damaged sort of quick decal, this might be the method that you could use. So once you've got that on there, all you have to do is put some Mod Podge over the top. Keep in mind that I only have a black and white laser printer. If you had a color laser printer, you can definitely take your game up a huge amount on this. On my last video, I had somebody come in and ask a question. We have 95 Ellington asked, question, how do you glue big pieces of EVA foam together? I have EVA that is 56 inches by 7 inches. That's a 1/4 inch, and I'm trying to glue 4 of these together to make them thicker, but having lots of trouble getting them to stick together without peeling apart. Yeah, you know, as soon as you said that, I was like, instantly I had an idea, and I had to go out to the shop and try it. What I ended up doing is getting Super 77. Now, I want you to pay attention to this. Spray adhesives, no good. All the other spray adhesives, any other brand that you're thinking is not Super 77. This stuff is amazing. So you want to buy the Super 77. Is it expensive? Yeah, it's not too bad. But all things considered, this is the glue you want to buy. I work in movie special effects, and there is always, every shop that I've worked in, a ton of this stuff. You need it. It's awesome. So first thing I did was I just took a standard foam, your standard foam tile like this with that texture on it, not the diamond plate, but the sort of knurled feel to it. I took a sheet of that and I cut little sections, and I cut the sections so that now you can see that we have the sort of the hardened knurled section on the outside. Now this here, this is permanent. This is stuck. This is the way you want to do it. So basically you just take the spray 77, spray both surfaces, give it a second or two just to gas off a little bit, join them, and give it some time to dry. Generally, I think it's a 24-hour set, but all things considered, it was stuck and usable probably within about an hour. Now, I started wondering, you buy the foam, those foam panels, and you've got this surface here, and you always want the nice flat surface on the outside. So what would happen if I did the diamond plate on either side and then put the spray glue on? Now, it works. It's not as good, but it's on there pretty good. Like, you gotta work at peeling these two pieces apart. So this is one way, if you're making a sword, that you'd be able to take some of the cheap foam mats, be able to glue them together, and still have the nice surface, the two outside surfaces together. This, however, didn't, like I said, of course now I'm having problems peeling it apart, which is good. It shows you that this glue does work. Maybe I just needed to give it some more time to dry. You know what? I can't peel it apart at all. But some of it was peeling apart. The only change I would do is that I would take a piece of 40 grit sandpaper and rough up the surface, this diamond surface, a little bit, so that you expose some of the foam so some of the glue can soak into it, and then glue the two pieces together. But that's today's tip, and thank you for asking the question, because it actually solved a whole bunch of problems I've been having recently. So thank you very much. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit like, ask any questions, and please share this around a little bit. My channel's starting to gain a little bit of momentum, and I really appreciate any little bit that you can do to help me out. I'll still give you a ton of tips, but it would be really nice if you kind of gave me a tip by sharing the video around. Thank you, and I'll talk to you guys in a few days.